There is nothing more satisfying than watching a corrupt cop get put in their place by someone who knows they're right. Today, we will look at cases where citizens stood their ground and made a mockery of these corrupt officers.
When I tell you, I'm going to pick a hand when I say right, you're going to bring your right finger up, you're going to tip your finger, tip your nose.
Thanks to body cams, police corruption is now plain for everyone to see. Today, we'll dive into moments where these corrupt cops were exposed and held accountable. Starting off in April 2021, firefighter Thomas was driving home from work in Lakewood Village, Denton, when local police officers unexpectedly pulled him over.
How much did you drink today? What have you taken today? You taking no prescription narcotics or anything like that? No? Okay. Are you prescribed anything?
Actually, I prescribed Adderall. Take medication.
Okay. When was the last time you took that?
I took some today. Earlier when I was at work.
Okay, when you at work? What time do you work today?
From 7 till like 3.
Okay. 7 to 3? Where at?
Downtown Dallas. I work for the fire department.
Okay.
But right now I'm on light duty.
Okay. Okay.
For my eye, I had a patch retina a few years ago, and then I've had 5 surgeries since then.
Okay.
The officer made a strange accusation about Thomas's behavior, raising eyebrows and adding an odd twist to the encounter.
It's a better excuse for his eye. He's still acting kind of odd. Do you think he's normal, or do you think he's just lethargic?
Slow moving. Slow talking.
Very. Do you think it possibly could be intoxicated?
Maybe.
You want to run him through the rest of the tests?
Okay.
And so even if he has, like, only one good eye, we can in theory still do HGN on him.
Tell him to cover up his bad eye?
We're going to let him run with it open,
Okay.
because even if you do HGN, as you work the good eye out, you're still going to see signs of that.
Okay.
He mentioned Adderall. Adderall's a stimulant. We may not see HGN on a stimulant. We should see a lot of other stuff.
He's acting so lethargic. You think it's...
So that's some of the indications of like a stimulant. He's very rigid.
Yeah.
Like very weird. Like he did like a lot of weird body movements, almost like very slow to move everything out of his wallet and just kind of maneuver in general. Go ahead and let's pull him out. We'll just talk to him outside of the car for a little bit. He told us, he's on light duty because of his eye. Everything else should be fine. So we'll see what comes of that. So we'll go from there.
Despite the lack of a clear explanation, the officer's questionable interpretation of Thomas's actions escalated the situation, leading to field sobriety tests.
No, my right eye. It's your left.
Yeah, my left. Yeah, you're right.
What happened to your eye again? I only caught part of
I
that.
had a detached retina, and then the subsequent surgeries have led to it. It's kind of got a blue haze right now,
Yeah.
and so it's just hard to see through this eye. But sometimes it gets kind of irritated. It turns red, and I don't know if it is now, but
It looks irritated right now.
Yeah.
is it really? Yeah. Is this one
That's clear.
clear? Okay. Yeah. So.
When's the last time you took any medication today?
Like 3
o'clock today?
2 o'clock or something. Right? 1 o'clock.
At this point, I just want to ensure you're safe to operate a vehicle. Just given kind of everything I've seen so far, I just want to make sure you're safe to operate your truck. So we're going to run you through just a few standardized field tests.
During the test, the officers issued a series of instructions that were both contradictory and difficult to follow, further complicating the already tense situation.
At the tip of the pin. Don't look anywhere, or don't move your head. You're just gonna look at the pin. Next test. Stand over here on the grass real quick. So imagine there is an inch-long line right here in front of you. Left foot on the line. Put your right foot right in front of your left foot with your heels touching your toes. Your arms down by your side. And take 9 heel-to-toe steps forward.
I did.
All right, look down. So your legs feel weak?
Yeah.
Okay, well I got one more test for you, okay? Arms down by your side. And then keep your arms just like that. So the next test, you're going to raise one foot, either one, approximately 6 inches above the ground, with your foot parallel to the ground.
Okay. 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2015, 16.
The next test, conducted by the officer, was just bizarre, and a clear attempt to pin blame on Thomas for something he didn't do.
Maybe one or two more I'd like you to run through real quick.
Are you going to tell me when 30 seconds?
No, you're going to tell me when 30 seconds is up.
Okay.
To the best of your knowledge. Do you understand that? Okay. How long was that?
30 seconds? Was that-
36. Pretty close. When I tell you, I'm going to pick a hand. When I say right, you're going to bring your right finger up. You're going to tip of your finger, tip of your nose. Right. Left. Right. Left. Left. And right. Go ahead and have a seat for me right there on the bed.
A very revealing conversation was caught on the officer's body camera, shedding light on the officer's dubious act.
Discounted steps, turned wrong, stopped while walking, used arms.
He stepped out of position briefly during the introductory phase. On the Romberg, it's supposed to estimate 30 seconds to kind of see what it clocks at. It came in at 36 seconds, which is right on the edge of the window of error. Error is 25 to 35. And when I told him to close his eyes watching it, his eyes are fluttering like crazy, and his body's like super rigid. He does have a messed up eye. He's on light duty. He has a detached retina. And so I asked him, like, well, what else besides your eye hurts? See anything else? No, just my eye. I mean, I gave him every opportunity to explain to me, like, legs aren't working right, arms aren't working right. He came out of the truck looking good, like walking pretty decent. A little heavy-footed, but like he wasn't stumbling out. Do you believe he's intoxicated?
I believe he's unable to drive from whatever he has. I don't know about
That
alcohol.
a medical emergency, or are we talking about intoxication?
Intoxicated on something, but I don't think alcohol.
Do you think they have like a medical emergency here?
No.
No. So if it's not a medical emergency, is he normal, or would you believe possibly he's intoxicated under something?
Yeah. They
Okay.
was intoxicated on something.
They simply thought that Thomas was under the influence of a lawfully approved non-narcotic drug prescribed for attention deficit disorder in adults.
We already decided.
Our decision's made.
So go up and tell him one more test, put your hands behind your back.
Go that route if you like to, or you can tell them point blank. I've done it both ways, depending on their engaging. If I feel like they're being compliant, I'll tell them, hey, you be advised, or get placed in the restroom. I'm intoxicated, turn and put your hands back. If I don't believe that's going to work, I'll play the trigger. I'll be like, hey, turn around one more test, turn around for me, and that's what I'll do. I gauge the guy when I do that. I think we can go either direction with him.
Sir, we are putting you under arrest for driving while intoxicated. I believe that you're unsafe to drive. Stand up, put your hands behind your back.
Turn around.
Turn around.
Do you have anybody at home who could come up here and pick up your dog,
No.
and possibly your truck?
No.
No one at home? Okay.
Do you have a friend that could get your dog?
I don't know.
Can't think of anybody?
No, I mean, I'd have to make some phone calls.
If you, like I said, if you're willing to give me somebody to call, I'll personally call myself. If not, I'm going to have to call my animal control officer, and they're going to pick up your dog.
Despite the lack of legally sufficient justification, Thomas was arrested, leaving many questioning the validity of the entire encounter. Thomas's charges were dropped, but his career as a firefighter ended. The truth was finally exposed, but the next encounter will leave you speechless.
You're taking pictures of stuff privacy on my desk, and that's illegal.
An employee approached a man taking pictures outside a bank and asked him a series of questions about his intentions.
Can I help you?
No, I'm just checking out your bank here.
Why are you checking out our bank?
I'm just
You're
taking
pictures.
Yeah, doing an investigation.
Okay. Do you need to talk to our president? Because we don't normally let people take pictures of the bank inside like that.
I just have a
without-
couple of questions for you. Do you think your money's like
Hey, can I
secure
help
at this
you?
facility?
Yeah, this is our
I'm already
president
talking to
here.
a lady
But
here.
This
I'm
is our
president of the bank.
president.
Oh, okay. I was talking to her though.
That's okay. You're talking to me too. What's
I
the
just want to
picture?
talk to her.
No,
you're talking both
I
of
want
us.
you to talk.
I just
to
want
the
to talk to
president.
her.
No, you're talking about what's the issue?
I'm not comfortable talking to a man.
Why not?
I'm just scared of men.
Why?
I am.
He wanted to ask if our money was secure.
Our money's very secure, but I don't understand what you're.
He's
what
taking pictures.
I'm just doing an investigation.
For who?
I can't really get into who it's for, but I just had a
Well-
couple of questions.
Well, ask him. What?
Yeah, so you think your money's secure at this location?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it's none of your business. I mean,
Well,
are
it
you,
is.
Are you scouting us to rob us or what?
Right off the bat, the bank president accused the man of stealing without having any proof or justification.
Do you have suspicion that I'm gonna rob you?
I don't know. I don't know. You're taking pictures of our.
yeah, no, I'm just
I don't
doing my
understand- I don't understand why. Who you working for?
Myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing an investigation.
For who?
I can't get into that right
Call the
now.
police.
Yeah, we could call the police.
Who-
and find
Your
who are they?
ID?
We
You
could call the
want my ID?
Yes.
police. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, let me grab it for you. Grab my ID real quick. Got it in my bag
Because
here.
when somebody starts filming a bank,
Yeah.
it's very suspicious.
Yeah. See what
Are you
I
from this area?
am I from? I can't really get into that.
Well,
What can you get into then?
why don't you tell us?
I don't know if my ID is here. There it is, guys. I have my press badge right here.
That's
That's it. Yeah, that's.
what's in the
See,
corner.
press badge.
What's in the
Oh, Dunder Mifflin. I work for Dunder Mifflin.
Never heard of such a place. Where are they out of?
The employee accused the man of jeopardizing the bank's safety, even though he wasn't even inside the building. Bold claim for someone just taking pictures outside.
And you're a good citizen?
That's what I go by, yeah. I'm a great citizen, actually.
Okay, are you an influencer or what?
An influencer?
Yeah.
What is that? Somebody like online?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't do any of that. I just
Social
make
media.
videos and I
But what do you do
make
with the
stories
videos
out of
that
it.
you take?
So they're part of my story. So then I'll like write on the story.
Where do you
where do you post
put
your
your
story?
story?
You guys are. See, I only wanted to talk to one person because you're both
talking
kind
to
of
both of us.
talk.
But we've got great questions.
Yes,
Yeah, you have great questions. Yes. What would your question be?
Where are you posting these stories on social media?
I can't really get into that until the story is
You know
done.
what? You're taking videos and pictures of private property.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
Yes.
From
yes.
where, though?
But you're
Where am I standing?
jeopardizing our safety
But
by
the- but
posting
the-
this
But you're
without
taking
permission.
pictures of people inside.
What's the important question is where am I standing?
You're standing outside, but you're
There you
also
go.
but you're taking videos of something inside.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're breaching the security of
No,
the bank.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Yes, you are.
The bank president then escalated the situation by threatening to call the police before walking away.
Get the
Anything you can
police
see
here.
from public, you can film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Didn't know
First
that.
Amendment. Yeah.
Oh, well, good. That's great.
Yeah.
Why don't we just call the police and have?
What are they gonna do?
They're gonna want to know who you are.
But I'm
Want
not gonna
to
talk to
validate
them.
your story.
Why
I don't talk to police either. They're scary.
Well, there's probably a
Good.
reason why.
That they're scary?
Why don't you just leave?
No, I'm gonna stay here now. A little bit longer.
Okay.
Couple hours maybe.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you want me to
You guys have a big vault or a small vault?
To make matters worse, the president returned, pestering the man to leave just because he did not want to close his blinds.
I don't want to have any problems, but you're taking pictures of stuff privacy on my desk, and that's illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
You want to arrest me?
I can't arrest you, but the
Yeah,
police,
sure. Put me in
police are
handcuffs.
coming.
I got handcuffs. You want to
Good,
borrow them?
Good, but you privacy rules. You can't be taking stuff.
Man, you just don't understand privacy, do you?
Yeah, I understand
Why
it
don't
very
you,
well.
Why don't you create the privacy?
I did not
Do
create.
you
privacy.
have blinds right there that go down?
I can, but
Why don't you just lower
because I
that?
want to look at the sun. I want to look at
You
the
want
world.
to look at the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should stand
you're-
outside.
You're just here to stir up shit.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Am I? Maybe I'm doing my investigation.
Investigation for who?
I can't tell you, man.
Why not?
Because
Why
I
can't
can't-
you
I
tell
can't
me?
get into it.
Why? Are you afraid to tell me?
I don't like talking to men, like I said
Why
before.
not?
I just don't like men.
You're a man.
Nah. You don't know what I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You just want to be argumentative.
No, I'm talking to you peacefully, man.
Okay.
We're having
You
a-
said you don't want to talk to a man. Why
I know, but you're out here running your mouth, so I might as well respond to you,
not?
right?
Oh, I'm running my mouth, huh?
Yeah.
You got all my ladies excited.
He took it a step further, resorting to blatant racism and once again accusing the man of planning to rob the bank.
Ooh, I have your ladies excited. Can you tell them I'm just a sexy guy out here on the sidewalk?
No, they're afraid of their security.
Are they single?
They're afraid of their security.
They're afraid of their security?
Yes.
Like, what security do they have?
Because they're afraid somebody was going to come in and rob the bank. Your case in our bank. We don't want that.
Case in the bank in the daylight with a big tripod and
Yeah, you never know today,
Yeah.
sir.
Have
You
you guys
never know.
gotten robbed before?
I'm not going to comment
So
on
that answer is no. Yeah.
that. So why don't you just go?
I'm just gonna stay. Why don't you just go?
No, I don't have to.
Well, I don't have to either.
Good.
I'm just taking it.
Just do me a favor.
Yeah,
Quit
yeah.
taking pictures of things inside.
Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you turn around and go back inside?
No, I don't have to.
Oh, well, I don't have to do you a favor either.
Yeah.
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 You getting all this on tape?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Good.
People
Good.
are seeing you.
Good. That's great.
Yep.
I hope they do.
Yep. Part of my investigation.
Good.
Look at her. See, she's part of my security. She's taking a picture of me.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
If the bank's customer information is truly that easy to access, maybe they should be questioning their own security measures instead of accusing an innocent man.
If you want to look at the sun, I suggest you putting your desk out here on the sidewalk.
Okay.
You might see the sun better.
Yeah. You really got a really nice mouth.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry you don't like to talk to men.
Yeah, nah. They kind of scare me, especially the guys you called with guns and tasers and all that stuff. I don't really.
Why did that?
I mean, they're scary people. You don't think
They
do?
protect us.
They do bad things, man.
No, they don't.
Oh, the police don't do bad things.
They protect
So
us.
you're one of those, huh? The police.
those what?
You're the Blue Line gang members. You support that Blue Line.
I support the police.
You support the police even when they do bad.
No, because that's when the politics. come into
Politics? No, that's not when politics come in play.
Yeah.
That's when bad police get fired come in play.
play. Well, there's bad things in everything.
And those good cops that you think you like, they don't do anything about those bad cops being bad, so they're bad also.
I disagree with you. We're very fortunate to have the police protecting us.
Okay, well, I'm glad you think that way. Hopefully they are good people.
A few moments later, the cops arrived at the scene and began a conversation with the bank manager.
You hear that? I got his ladies excited in there. I love that.
Did you go inside the store at all?
No, we didn't.
Yikes.
It's filming stuff off my desk. Right.
So I can't have them moving on public property.
I understand that.
So whatever precautions you need to take to make sure your people inside you feel safe, and you close the blinds or whatnot on the windows and stuff like that.
So I have to close my blinds to protect myself.
You should have did that in the first place. That's what I was telling you.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, now you don't want to talk to me?
Sir, please just one at a time.
No, because when I asked him one at a time, he wanted to speak with the other lady. So now I'm going to speak two at a time to you.
I'm asking you kindly.
Nah, I don't do kind things.
So yeah, that's where we're
Okay.
at. So
Well, I appreciate it.
he's done this with other banks.
Hey, I appreciate you guys coming out. You guys do great work. I'm protecting.
Even the officer advised the bank president to simply close his blinds instead of causing a scene, pointing out the unnecessary drama of the situation.
If he knows he's not allowed inside the bank, he can go inside at any point.
Do we know who this individual works for? Can we ask for that?
Well, I can ask him. He's not obligated to give me any of that information.
Okay.
I told him I had my press badge from Dunder Mifflin, but he didn't know who Dunder Mifflin was.
Have you ever heard of those?
Dunder Mifflin's a TV company from The Office.
From where?
From The Office. It's a TV show.
Oh yeah.
I showed him my badge and everything. So.
Never heard of it. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So, well, I appreciate you guys coming.
Are you guys the only officers that work during the day?
We're just throwing two on. Right?
Oh, okay, cool.
And I just hope that this doesn't have repercussions in the future.
Well, we hope so too, but unfortunately, that's all we can do right now. So we'll have extra patrol at all the banks and stuff.
Well,
just
good. Because we want to make sure that our staff is safe.
Apparently, the president needed a police officer to explain that the man wasn't committing any crime and had every right to take pictures.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the world we live in and how it has to be.
It is. It's an interesting
And you got to remember, there's cameras everywhere, so you shouldn't be afraid of my one camera.
I'm not afraid.
I mean, you guys have cameras out here too.
I'm not afraid of your camera.
Okay.
Is there anything else we can do for you, sir?
No, but hey, thanks for coming.
No problem.
Hey, I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Good seeing you.
Have a good day, sir. Tell those ladies in here I am single. I am single. You said they thought I was a beautiful man, right?
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, I thought. Oh no, that's right. You said sexy man.
They're just afraid of it.
They're afraid. Oh man. All right. Yeah.
Just so you know, you obviously are not allowed inside the bank.
I don't need directives or anything.
It includes the bank.
Yeah, I don't like directives.
Yeah, I got.
Moving on, here is a moment where a cocky police officer messed up with the wrong person and got humiliated.
I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. It's a thick blue line. I used to be part of it. I understand it.
Cops believe they have unlimited authority and can intimidate anyone they wish. Well, here are some times they got up against the wrong individual and ended up getting humiliated in no time. In September 2020, a private investigator was working a case near a residence when an officer pulled up and ordered him to step out of his car. The officer then demanded ID, unaware he was dealing with someone with a far better understanding of the law than he did.
And then you were relocated here. This is what was dispatched to me.
Okay,
and
did
you're
you-
parked in front of somebody's house.
Did-
This is not a normal place for people to be parked.
Okay,
And I am asking you to identify yourself.
okay.
Okay? And you have to, by law, identify yourself. I need your ID, sir, to verify who you are.
I have to identify myself if you suspect me. Florida, is this a Terry stop? Am I being detained?
You are right now. Yes, you are.
Under suspicion of what crime, sir?
Loitering and prowling.
Do you know what loitering is?
I do.
Under the
Sir,
statute,
here's what's
loitering?
gonna happen. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to give me your driver's license here in a minute. or you're going to go to jail for resisting.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm going to give him a license, then I'm going to file an internal affairs complaint on you for violating my Fourth Amendment right.
The investigator was forced to hand over his ID under the threat of arrest, but the officer was about to realize he had messed with the wrong guy.
If you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor, we're more than happy to do that.
Well, you got no problem sitting here detaining me.
Do you want to sit around and wait for a supervisor?
I asked for a supervisor. I'd like for you to call a supervisor. I'm glad you got a smile on your face while you're violating my rights. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I suggest you refresh yourself on the law and what reasonable suspicion is. You go ahead and smile now. I will be filing an internal affairs complaint against you. Not that your corrupt internal affairs will do anything about it. Apparently you boys in blue don't know how to break that line.
He wasn't about to let the officer violate his rights and walk away unchallenged. While waiting for the supervisor to arrive, he put the deputy in his place.
There's no public
Yeah, but you also know there's a state, you have to have a reasonable cause to run my tag through David. That's why that state trooper, that's why the Florida Highway Patrol trooper got sued, right?
Okay, sir, listen. If I ran your emergency contact, looked at your emergency contact information, that we're not on. With the valid. You need to move your vehicle out from in front of your house.
Why?
So you need to move the vehicle out from your house.
So you're saying it's illegal for me to sit there?
Is there even a shoulder? You're parked in the grass.
It's an easement, 33 feet from the center line. Are you giving me a lawful
You're free to
command?
go. You can go, or you can wait for the supervisor to come.
I'm going to wait for the supervisor.
Please do. Don't go back in your vehicle.
Why can't I go back in my vehicle?
Because I'm standing out here and I don't know what's in your vehicle.
So once again, once the supervisor leaves and you leaves, am I allowed to sit there and stay there? That's a simple yes or no question.
Why are you sitting here?
I am working.
Okay.
The officer clearly needed to revisit the Constitution, though it's doubtful he had ever read it. The investigator was now ready to expose the officer's ignorance.
You've came here, you've required me to show ID when I didn't have to. I'm sitting on the side of a road, I haven't broken a law, and you abused your authority. That gun and that badge doesn't give you abusive rights.
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Do you have a house?
Do I have a house?
Do you live somewhere?
No, I live under a rock.
See, now you're being sarcastic, and I'm just asking you honest questions. You're
What
getting
do
upset.
you
I'm not even
think?
saying that. So you live at a house. You got private property, right? So you, in your experience,
Yeah.
if somebody was parked right in front of your house like that vehicle is,
Yeah.
would that rouse your suspicion?
Perhaps, yeah.
Would you call law enforcement?
No.
You'd probably go out and handle it yourself.
Probably.
Would you arm yourself and go out there and do it?
May or may not.
Okay, well, not everyone has that courage, sir. They're not as brave as you. So that's when they call us, because this is who we swore our oath to, the citizens of El Hadso County.
The investigator made it clear officers swear an oath to protect, not violate people's rights, as the deputy had done in this case. Despite the deputy's attempts to laugh it off and provoke him, the investigator refused to let the situation de-escalate.
Do you think this is funny, Deputy?
No, I do not think
Let's
this is
make
funny.
it serious.
I don't think
Let's
this is
talk to
funny
each
at all.
other, two gentlemen, okay? You do understand the Fourth Amendment, right, Deputy? What does the Fourth Amendment guarantee?
I'm
me?
not going to sit here. You're,
See, you don't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
talk
sit and
about
have
something
a
you're going to
debate,
lose at.
but you keep shutting me down. I'm trying to explain to you what's
No,
going
you're
on.
not.
and
You're
not
avoiding it. I'm answering your questions, and you don't want to answer mine. Go
I'm trying
ahead.
to explain this very nicely to you, sir.
Suspicion.
I have, and that's all I need.
That-
Reasonable suspicion that a crime is or about or has been committed.
Am I in Bizarro World, or is this deputy not understanding the English language? Okay, listen to me once again. In order to require me to ID myself, see,
This
you don't want to
conversation's
listen.
going in circles.
No, because you're not
You're standing
listening.
here for the supervisor. I don't particularly want to talk to you anymore. You're free to get in your car and leave.
No,
if you
see,
want to get in your
you're
car, you
not
can
listening.
leave, or you can wait for the supervisor.
The deputy clearly did not understand that mere suspicion is not enough to detain someone. Reasonable, articulable suspicion is required. The investigator then posed another question, and once again, the crooked cop had no answer.
You have no control or
Then
custody
leave.
over me.
You're not coming
I don't.
near
Have,
me.
you don't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you, you're not coming near me. You're going to.
I'm not coming near you. I'm looking to see what this deputy. Make sure you don't get a rifle and shoot me. You know, you cops aren't known for shooting people. You want to say suspicion. Suspicion is not a crime. Loitering, which is also contempt of cop, that standard's also not met, because under the Florida statute, you must give me a reason to articulate why I'm in the area I am. I explained to you that I'm an investigator and I'm working. I can tell by your body language, man. I'm a certified interrogator. I've been doing this job for 16 years. All right? Look at your body.
Yeah,
Look at
I
your
mean,
body
you
language.
can't have a conversation. I
Really?
tried to have a conversation. with you.
What are we doing
And
now?
all you're doing is jumping up and down. You're
I'm
getting all
jumping up and
upset.
down.
You don't know anything. You're being insulting. You're being rude. But you want me to be nice to you. That's
I'm
how
not
you want
asking
this
you to be.
a
I'm not
two-way,
asking you to be
right?
nice. You haven't been nice to me. You violated my Fourth Amendment. You're telling me what to do and what I can't do. You told me I can't stay there when I have every legal right to sit there. See, you think that's all okay. Because once again, you have that gun and that badge, and you think that gives you the right to tell people what to do when you have no legal authority to do so.
The deputy was clearly out of his depth, and continuing the conversation seemed pointless, so the investigator decided to wait in his car, but the deputy found yet another issue with that.
But I'm gonna just go wait up at my vehicle.
Sir, listen to me. Do not go. I do not know what's in
I
your
didn't
vehicle.
say in. I did not say
You're
in.
gonna either wait here or you're gonna leave. You're not going in that near
I
that
said I'm
vehicle.
just gonna go stand
You're
over
not
there.
going near that vehicle. I do not know what's in that vehicle, and the way you're acting right now, I don't trust you. You're gonna either stand here and wait for the supervisor, or you're gonna tell me you're gonna leave, and then we're gonna get in our car and leave.
Am I being detained?
How would you like to? What did I just tell you? You can leave, but then we're leaving. That's the bottom line. If you're going back to the vehicle, we're gonna get
Go
out.
ahead and leave. I'll wait for the supervisor.
She's not coming up here by herself. I can tell you that right now. She's not, and I would not allow her
I'm
to come
such
up
a
here by
scary guy. Is it okay if I put my ID back in my wallet?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have no weapons on me.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna make any furtive movements. Make sure you don't pull your weapon and shoot. Okay.
Sir, you can put your ID back in your pocket.
All right. I appreciate that. All right. I'm gonna move now. Okay.
Okay.
It's crazy how these officers continue to violate people's rights under the guise of officer safety. Despite being armed and outnumbering the individual, they seem to be far too intimidated by him to back down.
Has this officer explained to you what's happened?
It's my understanding someone called in about your vehicle being parked on private property.
Okay.
All right. And then that you weren't happy with the way they were handling it. And
Okay.
So they called me.
May I ask you, is what I'm doing sitting here, is that a crime?
If this is private property, yes.
Okay. It's public easement, is it not?
Without looking at.
You know what public easement is,
I know
correct?
what an easement is,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Now, you're a sergeant, so I know you've been on the force for a while.
Correct.
I'm sure, although not semantically accurate with the law, you're probably accurate enough to know how far easement goes off the road. And the fact that someone pulled right off the shoulder is on public easement. I mean, if you would give me that much? Okay.
The sergeant arrived, and although she was much more ready to listen to what the investigator had to say, she wasn't going to side with the truth.
Where I draw the issue is when this deputy over here demanded under the threat of arrest for me to ID myself, when I clearly articulated to this deputy, by the U.S. Constitution, I'm guaranteed a Fourth Amendment right. Not only that, under Florida statute and Florida Constitution, under Florida statute, he must either have RAS or PC that I've either committed a crime or about to commit a crime.
I'm gonna stand over here if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So when we make contact with someone, that's the first thing we do is identify them so we know who we're out with.
That's your policy. I agree with that. But again, I'm talking about the law when he has a right to demand under the color of authority code, U.S. Code 18, Section 242, which is deprivation of rights under the color of law. When you all put that badge on and take an oath, you become what's under the color of law. You have authority given to you. And he must meet certain requirements in order to use that authority under the color of law.
It turned out the supervisor wasn't any better, and things quickly went from bad to worse for the investigator.
And actually, under the law, if I'm not allowed to tell law enforcement, I can get in trouble with the law if I tell you who I'm working.
I don't.
Statute 493.
Well, I know in the past when we
What?
have
I never asked
I'm sorry?
you. I never asked you who you're working.
Okay, would you like me to stop the
All right,
video?
hold on.
You want to stand fast
Okay,
on that, deputy?
Listen, I'm standing here to help. Okay, just.
Yeah, but he just told a lie.
Okay, well, I know in the past when people are working as a private investigator, they will call our communications
yes.
to let them know I'm out here at this address so we don't get calls like this, right? So
and
we
the-
could have avoided this whole
Well,
situation.
that's not necessarily true, and you are correct. That's something we normally do. It is a courtesy. It's not a requirement.
Right.
Nothing's going to come of it. All right. I've been doing my activism for years, and you know, it's not a thin blue line. It's a thick line. I used to be part of it. I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. But I have an issue. I want this gentleman count. I explained to him, it's not that I don't want to give you my ID, but because I'm an activist, I stand firm on my constitutional rights. I explained to him about the Fourth Amendment, and I explained he doesn't have a legal right to demand my ID.
Well, we're here for a call. We're here for a purpose. It's not like this was a self-initiated call. We got a call from a citizen. We have a legal right to be here.
Yes.
The sergeant seemed completely clueless, and despite being educated by the citizen, she continued to side with her corrupt deputy.
For a Terry stop, okay?
This isn't a Terry stop.
Exactly. It wasn't a traffic, and I'm not required to produce ID. This is not a stop and ID state. In the state of Florida, under statute, in order for me to be required to ID myself, you must either suspect me of committing a crime or about to commit a crime, and you must either have PC of that or RAS. He kept on saying his reasonable suspicion was just suspicion. That's what he thinks his standard is for me to be required to ID. And I asked him, sir, suspicion of what crime?
Yes, I would like to at this point move on though and try to get this resolved. I'm sure you obviously have a job to do, right?
Yeah,
You're on.
but how's it going to be resolved? I would like acknowledgement, and if you don't feel comfortable, I'd like for you to say so for the record.
No, you're not being detained, but anytime, like on a traffic stop, when we approach a vehicle and someone needs to get something out of their vehicle, we walk with them.
But it's over with. He was done with me. He said I couldn't get back in my vehicle until he left. He doesn't have any right to control me like that.
All right, like I said, you're here on a job, and I know you said you won't tell us who you work for or whatever. Is there any way that we can confirm that you're here doing a private investigate? Or
I gave my investigator's license.
Oh, you did? Okay, I'm
yes,
sorry.
Ma'am.
It is incredibly difficult to get a police officer to admit wrongdoing. The investigator kept voicing his concerns, but the corrupt sergeant remained stubborn, continuing to flex her authority.
Oh, it's no sense in
right, like I said, I want to
everything.
move forward at this point and try to resolve it. Obviously, like I said, they were here on a call. She's, a mom, young kids. She's saying, I guess there's a bus stop right down here.
I have no problem with none of that.
So when they show up and make contact with you, they have a right to ask for your identification.
Ask. They have a right to ask. He does not have a right to threaten me with arrest, which he did.
Well, honestly, right when they show up on a call and they ask for your ID and you refuse to give it to them when they're here for a lawful reason, that could be considered resisting without. That is an arrestable offense.
I know the subsection for resisting without violence. It's not. I have 2 cases going to the Florida Supreme Court.
Okay.
One of them is over this very same matter, which I'm about to sue the state for $5 million. All right, so I think I'm pretty well versed on what I'm doing.
The female supervisor was clearly no match for this fierce citizen, who soon realized he wouldn't get anything out of this.
The U.S. Constitution and being a servant to the citizens, I expect you to uphold the law, because you guys take every opportunity to say that I'm enforcing the law. But when I see officers break the law, they're not so quick to stand fast on it. And that's what that deputy has done. He has broken the law by violating my constitutional rights. And I know that's maybe all, we can just brush that aside. That's no big deal. We're doing what we're supposed to do. I'm asking you to really look deep into it, what I'm saying. We're losing our way in this country, deputy. I'd like you to research the law. And if you verify what I said is true, I want him counseled. I will be doing a PRR on his video and audio, and I will be filing an internal affairs complaint because I believe I'm steadying my claim. Thank you for your time, ma'am. Is it okay for me to go to my vehicle? Okay.
This guy was 100% grounded in the law, standing up for his rights and what he believed was the truth. This is how every citizen should handle their interactions with the police. He continued to file a complaint against the deputy, and it is highly likely he will also pursue a lawsuit against the deputy and the city. While this cop messed with the wrong person, this next tyrant made an even bigger mistake.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased. What sir? Put this motherfucker in porn!
In May 2023, Deputy Creech of the Galveston County Sheriff's Office flagged down Mr. Sanyal, who was approaching a roadblock in the middle of the road. While it seemed like a normal stop at first, things were about to escalate quickly.
Watch out, Haley!
Yeah,
alright. Just bring her out here to where this wreck is. Alright, just I'll call you back. Well, yeah, there's a police car right in the middle of the road.
What's going on?
And you're hollering at me. Where's your driver's license?
My driver's license is in my wallet, but I'm trying to get home. Right here. What's going on? Why is the road blocked?
Okay, do you see lights and police cars at the roadblock, and you think you're going to drive through it?
I'm going normal speed, but what's going on?
Normal speed, there's a car in the lane of traffic.
I know, why is there a car in the lane of traffic?
Mr. Sanyal was confused by the situation and calmly asked the deputy about what was happening. However, the deputy misinterpreted his questions and, instead of providing clarity, took actions that escalated the situation in an unexpected and troubling direction.
Is that your concern?
Absolutely. It's obviously on the opposite.
You ready to go to jail?
Sir, please, Sir,
please what? How about you come stand in the middle of the road and let a car come hauling at you?
I'm going at like 40 miles an hour, man.
Get out.
Report police lights.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Sir.
Get out of the car.
Get out.
Can I ask you what's going? Hey,
Get out of the car.
I'm recording all that.
Get out of the car.
Dude, please. I'm putting my wallet in my pocket.
Get out of the car. Get out of the goddamn car before you get tased.
What are you, sir?
Put this motherfucker in park.
Man.
Probably one of the worst police interactions you'd ever see. Deputy Creech is definitely one of the worst pigs to ever wear this uniform. And surprisingly, this gets even worse.
I have been going the speed limit. Ow! Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Can you explain to me what's going on?
You're going to jail.
Without any warning, the deputy tases Mr. Sanyal, and to make matters worse, he cuts off his body camera. Later, he threw the individual on the pavement, smashing his face into the gravel as he placed his entire body weight on him.
Let you request the claim.
You can request it. Request the claims.
Uber driver. Yeah, he almost ran us over.
The deputy attempts to mock him by claiming him to be an Uber driver, and also says that he almost ran the cops over when clearly he slowed down in time. Keep watching as the deputy continues to lie.
Okay, my girl, okay? Nope, keep falling. He was the Uber driver that tried to run us over.
Here's another instance when these dumb police officers messed around, found out.
What you gonna do?
Stop pushing.
What are you gonna do to me?
Stop pushing.
What are you gonna do to me?
Stop pushing.
What are you gonna do to me?
Stop pushing.
What you gonna do to me?
The job of a police officer comes with great responsibility, but often you see these pigs throw their careers in a moment of madness. Today we'll be exposing some of the most corrupt cops caught on camera. Starting off with this auditor who walked into public property simply exercising his right to film. The moment he pulled out his phone, officers jumped in, escalating the situation.
Huh?
You okay? Are you filming?
Yeah, I am
You're
filming.
not allowed to film in here. This is a government building.
So,
So I'm
can I
not asking you to leave.
can I get your?
If you don't film, if you continue to film, police will be contacted. You
So
have to
be
leave now.
so
Can
be.
you put your phone down?
Whoa, don't touch me, man.
Sir, put your phone down.
Don't touch me.
Put your phone down.
Back up.
Put your phone down.
Back up. Don't touch me.
Put your phone down.
Don't
I'm not
touch
touching you. I'm touching your phone.
Don't touch me. I don't gotta leave nowhere. Stop.
Sir?
Stop. Don't touch me. It's all on body camera and film.
It's okay.
Don't touch me.
Sir,
Don't touch me.
there is no reason for you to be in here.
Don't
filming.
touch me. I have a reason to be in here. Now stop.
What's your reason?
So stop
You on
filming.
body camera.
Stop filming.
Yo, don't touch me, man. What are you doing?
Stop filming.
What are you doing? Don't touch me.
Stop filming, sir.
Without warning, the officers shoved him out of the public property and began yelling at him aggressively. The scene quickly spiraled into chaos.
Don't touch me.
What are you doing?
Don't touch me. What are you doing?
Stay away from the building. Do not.
What are you
record
doing?
inside.
What are you doing?
Security. You think you're tough, right?
I'm tougher than you.
You think you're
I'm
tough,
tougher
right?
than you.
You think you're
Tougher
tough,
than
right?
you.
Because you're security?
Tougher than you. It don't got nothing to do with security. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tell me what to do.
Fuck out of here.
You ain't gonna tell me what to do.
Back up.
What's wrong with you?
Back up.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with
You come in
you?
the building recording. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I'm an independent journalist.
Who you are?
Yeah, I know. I don't give a who you are either.
Who you are?
What's wrong with you, man?
Recording. You crazy?
What's wrong with you? Think I'm supposed to be intimidated by you?
You can't do shit to me. And
You
won't
can't
do.
you can't do shit to me
You
either.
won't do shit to me. You won't do.
You can't do shit to me neither.
You won't do shit to me.
All right.
Don't come in this building recording.
I'm gonna keep going in the building recording.
Yeah. All right. Try it. Try.
And what
it.
are you gonna do? You
Try
gonna
it.
lose your job.
Try
That's
it.
what you're gonna do.
Try it. Try it.
Who you work for?
Try it. Try it.
Allied Universal?
Try it. Right here. Get it on your camera, mother.
As soon as the auditor stood up, the officer's demeanor shifted dramatically. He started making threats and got drunk on power.
Allied Universal? You
Try
supposed to be putting your
Try
hands
it.
on people?
Try it.
You supposed to be putting your
Try
hands
it.
on people?
Try
Our
it.
hands were
Don't
never on
touch me.
anyone.
Try it.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Try it.
You got a no hands-on policy.
Hands, exactly.
Observe and
You got a
report.
no-
That's your
you got a
job.
No recording policy in here.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
doesn't apply to you.
No.
It applies to absolutely
Everybody.
No, it doesn't.
Everybody.
No, it doesn't.
Everybody applies
No, it
to
doesn't.
Otherwise, we won't be in your face right now.
You in my face because you ain't got nothing better to do.
Bro.
That's why
I'm
you in
coming
my
in the building
face.
recorded.
That's why you're in my
coming in
face.
the building recorded.
You're in my face because you ain't got nothing.
recorded.
You ain't got nothing better to do.
coming
That's
to the
why.
recording.
What's wrong with you,
I don't got
man?
nothing better to do, but you in here with your camera, motherfucker. Who you talking to? I'm
Yeah.
at work.
At work too. I'm at work too. I'm at work too.
I'm coming in
So
the
what's
building
up?
recorded.
I'm gonna keep coming in the building
Stay your
recording.
ass outside.
I'm gonna keep coming in the building recording.
You're getting put outside.
Yeah, I know. Don't touch me, man.
I'm not touching you, man.
Don't touch me, man.
I'm not touching you.
As the man tried to re-enter the building, the officer immediately stopped him by stepping up in his way. The tension increased as the officer stopped him.
You gonna lose your job over what? What are you gonna lose your job today for? For what? For what? Why? What's the point? Think rationally. What's the point? What's the point of what's the point of losing your job here? What's the point?
You're not supposed to be recording in here.
But what's the point? What is the point? This is a public building. I have every right to record in a public building.
You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, yes, I can. It's a public building.
Period.
I can
The fact that
record.
we're telling you not to record and you still doing it.
You have no authority
you gotta
over.
show force now.
You have no authority.
All right?
No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
Because your
Yeah, we
force
do.
ain't doing
You're
nothing.
being forceful. We gotta be
Dude,
forceful.
you already
We're
sweating.
trying to force
You
you in the
already
building.
sweating. You didn't even do
It doesn't
anything
matter.
yet.
It doesn't matter.
You already
It
sweating.
doesn't
So what
matter.
force are you showing
It
me?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't come
The
to
force
building
that you out of shape?
Don't
Come
come
on,
to the
man.
building recording.
Come on, man. You ain't showing no force.
Come on.
Do your job, man. It ain't worth. You're gonna lose your job.
Outside, right?
You're gonna
You're
lose
not
your
inside,
job.
right?
You're gonna lose
You're
your
not
job.
inside, right?
You're gonna lose your
Aren't you
job.
outside recording?
The officers refused to listen to what the auditor had to say and kept telling him repeatedly that he was not allowed on public property.
You're gonna lose your job for what? Because I'm recording? I'm an independent journalist? I'm exercising my rights? I don't. I could care less about your policy.
I have no words for you.
Yeah, I could care less about your policy.
Simply
So
no
don't.
recording.
So don't have. So don't have
Simply
nothing.
no
To,
recording.
so
That's
don't
all.
have. Listen, you put your hands on me, and I'm gonna tell you again. I'm gonna walk in there. Listen. Listen. No, I was already in the building. Now listen to me. Now I'm gonna tell you one last time. If you put your hands on me again, you're going to jail. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Put your hands on me again. It's all on body camera and record on my phone.
Bro, don't come in the building recording, bro.
Yeah, put your hands on me again.
Don't come in the building recording.
There you go. All right, now you want to go to jail. I gave you the opportunity, right?
Don't come in the building recording.
I gave you the opportunity, right?
So call the cops.
I
Call
gave you the
them.
opportunity,
So call them
right?
now. So call them right now.
Yo, stop.
Call them right
Stop.
now.
What are
Call
you
them right
doing?
Despite the officers ignoring his every word and overpowering him with their own, the auditor was well aware of his rights and wasn't about to be bullied into submission.
I'm telling you, you touch me again, you're going to jail. I'm telling you. You keep putting your hands on me.
So call the cops.
Keep putting your hands
So
on me.
call the
Observe
cops.
and report.
So call the cop, bro.
Observe and report.
Call him. I'm not in
Observe
cuffs.
and
call him.
report.
Call him.
That's your job.
Call him.
Observe and then report it.
Call him.
So do your job.
Call him.
Observe and report.
You outside, right? So I'm doing my job. You're not
I
inside
know.
recording.
Yeah, I know.
You're not inside recording.
Yo, stop pushing into me, man. Stop. It's all on body camera. Stop.
Yeah, bro.
Let me speak to your supervisor.
Okay.
Let me speak to your supervisor.
Supervisor ain't here. Stay out of the
Let me
building.
speak to your
Stay out of the
supervisor.
building with your camera.
You got a supervisor? Can you get a supervisor? Can you see that these dudes are escalating?
Not escalating anything. Look, first of all, you have all these cameras out here. You're not going inside the building to speak to anyone.
What's really concerning is how these officers ignore the laws. Instead of addressing the situation calmly, their focus was on removing the auditor.
What type of training you guys get?
You're not here to talk to nobody.
What?
about it, kid.
I just walked in the door and you started pushing me out the door.
You're recording.
It don't matter.
I asked you to stop
It
recording.
don't
You
matter.
did not stop recording.
It doesn't
and you're
matter.
Still currently recording. So
Yes,
that's why
I
you
can
were
record.
being
Because I
pushed out the
can.
building.
Because I can record.
You're not allowed to record in there.
Yes, I am.
Very
According to
simply
who?
put, according to the policy of the building, all right?
No, that's
according
not
to
true.
Suffolk County.
That's
okay?
not true.
That's not true?
That's
you know
not
the
true.
policy that you work here?
Go get the policy.
I don't need to get the policy.
All right,
I already,
go
I already
get it.
did my job.
Go
You're
get
not
it.
inside the building.
Go get it. Yeah, man, you guys are gonna open your company up for a lawsuit and all that, right? For what? For what? What's the point of this?
Are you injured?
What is the point of this?
Are you hurt?
What is the point of this? You
feel
can't put
threatened?
your hands on me.
Feel
You
threatened?
can't put your hands on me.
You can't put your hand on the
You
guard.
can't put your
You can't
hands
put your
on
hand on
me.
the guard. You can't put your hand up to a guard or on a guard.
You was
period.
pushing on me. I'm defending
I was
myself.
stopping you from getting in the building.
Yeah, no. I was already in the building.
Yeah, and now you out.
You guys think you're so tough, right?
The officer shamelessly refused to bring the building's police when the auditor asked him to, as he realized that his lie was about to be exposed.
I know.
Cut it out.
Yo, stop pushing me.
Cut it out. What you gonna do?
Stop pushing
What are you
me.
gonna do to me?
Stop pushing
What are you
me.
gonna do to me?
Stop pushing
What are
me.
you gonna do to me?
Stop pushing me.
What you gonna do to me?
Stop pushing me.
What you gonna do to me?
Yo, stop pushing
What
me.
you gonna do to me? Make my day, bro.
Stop pushing me.
Make my day.
No, you make my day.
Make my day.
You make my day.
Make my fucking day. Come on, make my day.
Your day's already made, brother.
Make my day, bro.
You gonna
it
be
ain't made, Jack. Make it.
You gonna be on the unemployment line.
I want you to make it. Make my day.
The bonus ran out.
Make my
just
day.
so you know.
Make my day.
Just so you know.
Make my day. Tough
The
guy.
bonus ran out. You ain't gonna get no extra money.
Make my day.
Just worry about it.
Make my day.
All right.
Tough guy.
You the one acting all tough, sweating
my
bullets
day.
over
Make
here.
my day. Make my
You
day.
came up to me like, who do you think you are trying to grab my camera?
I put your camera down.
Yeah. Don't touch the camera. Hey, don't touch me. You can't do that. What are you
talking about?
I never touched you. I touched the camera.
The situation took an alarming turn when the officer started throwing hands. When the auditor instinctively stopped him, his anger flared up even further.
Right off the bat, it's not an assault.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't rise to the level of an assault. And as far as you going in the building and being escorted out, I saw the video that they had.
Yeah.
All right. Because they are licensed security guards, they were acting in their capacity.
That's not true.
It was under the assumption that there was a little bit of a discrepancy about the rules and procedures on who can film inside this building. Their concern being that there's people here who get services, who have to provide sensitive information, and who otherwise don't want to be seen on camera, perhaps having to receive those services. So it's sensitive in nature, which is what their problem is.
Okay.
So they were acting under the assumption that you were in there trying to do something nefarious.
After attempting to reason with the police officers, the auditor was left irritated when the cop flatly denied the assault and dismissed it as if it had never occurred.
Well, their job is to observe and report. So you're telling me that it's okay that they put their hands on
If
me?
they're addressing a condition that's within their capacity, yes.
There was no condition of it has to meet the violent. Like if I was being violent, then they can be violent in return.
Doesn't necessarily have to be violence. So
you're telling me you're not gonna? So why would I show you anything then? Because I'm gonna show you evidence of a crime, and you're not gonna do anything about it. So I just have to go to headquarters now and show them and try and get some kind of justice here. Because obviously, Sergeant Fleming, you're not gonna do anything about it. I'm telling you that there was a crime that took place, and as a law enforcement officer, it's your job to enforce the law.
So what I'm telling you is, based on your description and what we've seen on video, this doesn't rise to the level of criminality.
However, the auditor was not ready to let it slide without holding the officers accountable. He was ready to teach the cops about the laws.
I'm guaranteeing you that there was laws broken here. You're saying there was no laws broken here, but I know for a fact you cannot put your hands on people for no reason. That's against the law, sir. If anything, it's a harassment, right? You're not gonna. So if I show you the video, would you take that into account? You only looked at their video. Would you want to look at mine?
I asked you.
Okay, great. I'll show you my video. I'll continue recording my body camera. Apparently, according to Sergeant Fleming, the video I just showed him is not criminal in any nature. He doesn't want to do his job. None of these officers want to do their job today.
Even though the man's rights were obviously violated, the cops were just as corrupt as the officers involved. It was brutally clear that no one was held accountable for kicking him out and physically assaulting him. This was just the beginning of their fall from grace. Wait till you see the next one.
So then you're not interested.
Sir, if you allow me to speak.
So you're not interested.
If you allow me to speak, I can explain to you. She said this was state property.
Are you interested in knowing?
Okay, have a nice day.
As soon as the auditor steps on the state property and starts recording, a line of officers quickly assembles, clearly ready to confront him.
No, I figured that you were an officer by your shirt, but you're a correctional officer. What's your name?
Why?
Because you just pulled up in front of me and started talking to me.
This is state property. You're not supposed to be on it.
This is state property?
Yes, it is. You don't see all these state vehicles?
Yeah, I see all the state vehicles, including yours. What does state property have to do with anything?
That means that you cannot be on state property taking pictures unless you get permission from our superintendent first.
I need permission to take pictures on state property?
I can give you the number to the jail and you can call.
No, I don't need to call anyone. This might be state property, but state property that's open to the public. I didn't hop a fence to get here. There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere around here.
Even though it was an open, public area, the officer quickly came up to the auditor and started claiming that he was not allowed to be there.
I'm telling you can't. I know New York state law. This is publicly accessible area.
Yes,
there aren't
but
restricted
that
area
doesn't
signs.
mean that the public comes. You're the only public person that's here right now. That doesn't work here.
Well, that's because
why
I'm the
I
only
say
one that
because-
chose to be here today. But this is open to the public. There's no fence, there's no signs, there's no
There's
nothing.
fences all around. Just because it's not closed doesn't mean you can just walk in. If a door
Sure.
is open to a house, would you just walk in it?
Well, no.
Because that would be considered trespassing.
Well, no, yeah, because
Okay.
I don't own the property to that house.
Okay.
I
You
own
don't
this
own
property.
this
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
This
you
is
don't.
this
It's
is
the state of
taxpayer.
New York.
Right, and who funds the state of New York, ma'am?
Department of Correction.
Who funds the state of New York, ma'am?
People.
Right. There you go.
But you still can't be.
I don't fund private property. I understand what you're saying. You're saying that this is state property and somehow I don't have a right to be here, but I think you're wrong.
The officer insisted that he was trespassing. However, how would that be possible for someone on public property?
It wasn't too much for me to ask you to stop filming on state grounds.
Well,
But
it
you're
is too
still
much.
doing
It
it, right?
well, it is a little bit too much to ask,
you're still
officer. It is a little bit too much to ask, officer, because it would be a violation of my constitutional rights. I have the right to film on public spaces, right? I am one of. If you mean by one of those, I'm somebody who exercises peacefully their constitutional rights. Then yes, I would be one of those.
What brings you here?
I just told you I'm exercising my constitutional rights peacefully, officer. See what happens is being arrested doesn't mean that you're guilty. You have the presumption of innocence. So me being arrested, you don't want to hear that, do you?
As the auditor calmly starts explaining the law, the officer ironically gets into her car and leaves. It looks like the officer wasn't ready for the truth.
Well, yeah, that's all I'm doing here. Again, I didn't hop any fence or anything. There was no restricted area signs anywhere that I saw that deemed this area as restricted in any way. You said this is state property, but I'm trying to understand what's the difference between state property and public property.
There's a sign right over there that identifies this as state property. There's a much larger sign that says exactly that.
Okay.
If you go over to the public access road, you will see that.
But what does that mean, state property? I don't understand. It doesn't say it's restricted state property. It just says that it's the Department
So
of
you
Correction.
did see that it said state property.
All right, and
So
I admitted
you
that
did
to you.
see that.
Right.
Okay, so your earlier statement, you didn't.
The auditor pointed out the obvious. There were no restriction signs, but the officers chose to ignore it and continued to babble without any solid reasoning.
You said I didn't see anywhere where it says this is state
No,
property.
I said I don't understand what the significance of state property means.
Then I suggest you call Albany.
No, I don't need to, sir.
No. And they would give you a clarification. I bet that if you made a formal request, they would even send it to you in writing.
Right. I just don't need to, sir. I would do that.
No,
I don't
you
need
said
to.
you don't know.
No, I'm saying I
As
don't know
if
what
you
you're.
wanted to learn.
Sir, no. I would ask to de-escalate a little bit, but
No. I just want to make sure we're enunciating clearly.
Right.
You gave the impression you didn't know,
No.
and you wanted to know.
If you,
so then you're not interested.
Sir, if you allow me to speak.
So you're not interested.
If you allow me to speak, I can explain to you. She said this was state property.
Are you interested in knowing
Okay,
where
sir.
you should be
have
and
a nice
shouldn't be?
have a nice day, sir. Have a nice day. I'm not going to engage with you any longer. You just want to escalate the situation. That's it.
Instead of addressing the main issue, the cop completely twisted the narrative, inventing a wild story out of thin air.
So let's engage in our right to film these officers in the course of their duty. That is our right, statutory and constitutional right. So as I was saying before, if you're arrested, that doesn't mean that you're guilty of a crime, ma'am. If anything, it being arrested so many times and it being thrown out in court, that's very telling on the people who are doing the arresting. It's not telling on me. You know. I'd be happy to speak to law enforcement if you guys like to call them. I'm assuming you guys are correctional officers?
The auditor took advantage of the opportunity to educate the officers about the laws of the very facility they work at.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, this is private property.
This is private property? Who owns it?
Sing Sing.
Sing Sing.
That's like all the fences.
Oh, Sing Sing owns this property?
Sing Sing has all the vehicles in it.
Right,
This
Sing.
is not a public spot.
Right, Sing Sing is.
I know you visit. I know you're doing the thing for the public. When you're on public property, but it's not public property, right?
So who owns it if it's private?
The state.
And who funds the state?
It's not public.
Who funds the state?
You do.
Okay, we all do.
And you pay my job, right?
Right, so that would mean this property is funded by the public.
It's not public.
Well, it's not restricted either.
But I'm gonna say this: what you're doing. You're trespassing. 'Cause this is
No, I would have to have passed a fence or secure area, or there has to be a restricted area sign for me to be trespassing. There is not a fence, there's not a restricted area sign or anything like that, sir.
As the auditor continues filming around the facility, another officer arrives and labels the act as trespassing. But how can filming be a crime when there is no restriction in place?
Listen, my beef is not with you. I don't have any beef with anybody here. I'm just, again, I have no problem waiting for law enforcement. If they, want to explain to me that this is somehow private property, they can do that.
I see all these videos. So, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day, sir. Take care. Stay safe. Sing Sing is a state facility, meaning that we the people own the property. We the people own the vehicles here. And I'm not saying that we could just take a vehicle and take it for a joyride, but we should be able to inspect them, take pictures in public. There's nothing nefarious going on here whatsoever. Just taking pictures in public of vehicles that belong to we the people, the taxpayers. And we've been, bombarded by these officers here.
Luckily, the officer eventually understood the auditor's argument, acknowledged his error, and went away. The other officers did not stop him from recording, which is a proof that understanding the law can make all of the difference. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we saw how corrupt cops can destroy their careers in mere seconds through actions that completely betray the trust that were placed in them. These officers tarnish not only their own reputations, but also the reputation of the entire force, highlighting the importance of integrity in law enforcement. It is a harsh reminder that the choices we make in the heat of the moment can have lifelong consequences. If you agree with me, please consider supporting this video by liking it. Also, if you found this video interesting, make sure to watch the moment this predator cop was sentenced to life in a courtroom.
Count 28. In the first degree, defendant is guilty of the crime of rape, first degree, and punishment is set at 30 years.